Joining me now is Fleur-Hassan-Nahoum, Deputy Mayor of Israel. Thank you and welcome back as always. What's the feeling on the ground in Israel right now, the level of concern posed by Iran?
Well, things seem calm at the moment. Israel, of course, has not confirmed or denied anything. Iran has many, many enemies, and this has been building up with their many enemies for a long time. So what happened last Saturday night was completely unprecedented. For a country the size of Iran to throw that amount of missiles to Israel and have our allies, thank God, in the United States and Britain and the UK, and even Arab countries such as Jordan and Saudi Arabia be involved in defending Israel, I really think has changed the game. And I think it hasn't done Iran much good, actually, the launch of that attack. First of all, nothing really got through. You could say by miracle, you could say by the incredible defense system that we have. I don't think in the Arab world they've come out looking great from all of this. And so I think they probably want to de-escalate more than anybody else.
Message perhaps received. So might this be the end of Israel's response to what we saw over the weekend?
We pray that it is. Remember, we're fighting a war in Gaza to get back our hostages and to complete the job of finishing off with the genocidal regime of Hamas. We have threats from the north, from Hezbollah, which is funded by of course, it's funded by Iran. And we continue to fight those wars on those two fronts that are essentially existential for the state of Israel.
Has this impacted at all plans for Passover beginning on Monday and some of the celebrations around it?
Well, you know, I would have thought, I just flew home last night from New York, and I was concerned that people had canceled flights to Israel, but the flights were full. I know that whatever hotels are available, because we have a lot of evacuees, we have about 50,000, 60,000 evacuees staying in the different hotels around the country. But I know the hotels are pretty much full. I am praying that we can go back to normal life and, of course, keep our eyes on the ball. We're still getting rocket fire from Hezbollah from the north, and we still, until recently, were getting rocket fire from Gaza.
We're also hearing reports Israel has targeted the air defense systems in Syria, so add that to the mix as well. The hostage situation and the plight of the families to continue keeping that top of mind. Is hope dwindling as more time passes and all of these other things are happening?
Well, with the hostages, I think that we already know, the army already knows for a month, that 134 of them, unfortunately, are not still alive. There were different reports saying that 30 had already been killed. Some people think there's more. I'm just praying. I know some of the families. I'm just praying that they're surviving somehow. Maybe Sinwar is still holding them alive to have a card to play in the negotiation. I want to remind everybody that even in the last few days, whilst we were all embroiled in this attack from Iran, Hamas rejected yet another generous deal for a ceasefire from Israel. And that kind of got lost in the weeds this week with all the mess with Iran. And so, unfortunately, Hamas is still being very, very intransigent about making a deal with Israel. They don't care about their people, and Israel will have to continue fighting if we're not going to get our hostages back.
Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.